When my mom got me my first book of poetry, I wanted nothing to do with it. In fact, it was only after I rode my bike and talked to my sister and read all the other books in my library did I even pick it up. But when I did pick it up, I was immediately fascinated by the words of Shel Silverstein and spent all night under the covers with a flashlight until I finished. Whereas I thought that poetry would be boring and unoriginal metaphors about nature, it was interesting and exciting and talked a lot about how to not listen to your parents. I believe that people should try poetry for 3 reasons. It challenges boundaries, it's usually short, and it uses language in unique ways. Firstly, poetry challenges boundaries. Whereas other more commercial types of literature have to adhere to certain rules, poetry, due to its stigma and the very nature of poetry, does not. That means that poetry can talk more about specific politics or specific world events. Secondly, poetry is usually short. Whereas books can go on for hours and hours and hours of time, poetry can be read in under 5 minutes. In a society so bogged down by instant gratification, having the option of reading something that only takes a short amount of time can be crucial. Thirdly, poetry challenges the ideas of language, whereas books and other literature use language in a very specific way, adhering to grammar rules and metaphors that make explicit sense. Poetry can kind of move past that in a very unique way. It can use unique metaphors that talk about things more abstract in ways that the readers can put their own stories to it, making it more universally and individually acceptable. I believe that many people still have the idea that I did about poetry, that it is boring and unoriginal, but I believe there is so much more to poetry, which is why I think that everyone should read at least a poem today.